Kia ora. My name is Jonathan Davidson. I'm recording this video for you right now to give you a bit of an introduction on how to navigate the VFSS exercise that we've created that basically takes you to the row center and teaches you a little bit about how to diagnose, it teaches you a bit about swallowing disorders and how to assess them using VFSS. Just because we can, I'll be doing all of this completely using a VR headset. I'll give you a little bit of guidance on how to do that, how to use the VR headset. You don't have to use a VR headset. You can also just go through a normal web browser and do all the exercises through a normal web browser. All right, so let's give this a shot. So first thing you want to do, put on your headset. You can lift up the back so you can put the headset straight on like this. Really easy. And then you've got a little wheel at the back so you can open it up, make it nice and wide, bring it down, and then squeeze it so it's in a good position. Next thing you want to do is move the headset up and down on your forehead or to the side to the right until you can see quite nicely the screen in front of you. What I'll do now is I'll click this create a cast connection, and I'll allow to cast external devices. There, so now you can see what I'm looking at. Basically what I'm looking at here is a web browser, but in this VR, this cool VR world. I don't know if you can see, I'm in some kind of weird spaceship floating above a planet. That looks like maybe South America down there. Got a comfy looking couch. What you see in front of me here is a controller. One thing you really want to do is make sure you put this strap around your wrist. You can tighten it. That basically helps you from not if you lose control of your strap, it prevents you from chucking it. The other thing you would have done to get to this point is that you would have set up your boundary. So I'll assume that you have been able to get this far and that you've opened your browser to get to this point. Right. Now I got the two controllers. You don't need both controllers. I've just put them on just for the demo. Usually I'm right-handed, so usually I just use the right-hand controller. So things you need to know about these controllers is you've got several buttons. The two main ones you'll be using for this exercise is the trigger. See that one here? It's a trigger that allows you to select different things. So for example, if you want to select this page, you just use a trigger and you select the introduction to video fluoroscopy. You can also hold down the trigger. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down the trigger and you can drag up and down so you can remove up and down on a page. You've got other buttons on there that might or might not be useful, but you don't really need them. I'll let you explore those in your own time to see if you need them or not. Next button, no, that's not true. I wanted to show you this last squeeze button here. So this, you can see that squeeze button that I'm pushing right now. That one, not in this space, but once you're in the row center replica, you can squeeze this button and point at the ground, and you'll see a little disc appear on the ground. That disc will allow you to teleport near to where that disc is on the ground itself. Okay, that's it for the buttons. Right, so next, hopefully you would have logged in to learn and navigated, put in your details and navigated to this page here. One thing I'll do, just so it looks similar to what you guys have, is I'll switch this to student role. There, so it should look exactly like what you would experience as a student. So I've gone to the Introduction to Video Fluoroscopy Remote Lab, and here you can see the title. We try to lay out learning outcomes for each section. So here what we're going to do together now is familiarize ourselves with the remote lab resource and method for learning. A bunch of very important text. Please take the time to read it When you go through it, just for expediency's sake, don't do this yourself, but I'll just jump over it now. There's a whole bunch of very good information here. What I really want to show you is these SCORM packages, which is kind of the key or one of the important parts of this resource. So here you have a SCORM package called Introduction to the University of Canterbury Rose Centre for Stroke Recovery and Research. This introduction to the Rose Centre also explains how to view 360-degree videos and digital doubles. Complete this exercise by viewing all the content. So that little italics just tells you what you need to do to have a completion for this particular exercise. So we'll enter this package. You get a little bit of a summary again. What you need to do here is enter, and it should open a new page. You get this loading page. Let's wait for this to load. Here we go. Introduction to the Rose Centre. This is a brief introduction to Lucy, who will guide us while we visit the Rose Centre at UC. In this intro, you watch a 360 video and then explore a digital double of the Rose Centre. The point of this module is to familiarize ourselves with the various bits that you will encounter in this exercise. So you can hit next. One of the big differences while you're watching this or while you're exploring this in VR is that you have a little enter VR button next to the previous next button. So we'll just do that right now. So again, you use the trigger, boom. And here I am in VR in the Rose Centre. You can look around and see everything that you could see if you were standing in the Rose Centre itself. And there's Lucy standing in front of us. This is a 360 video, so you can look around by dragging on your screen or just turning around. Like us, we can just turn around because we're wearing a headset. Press the play button. So here again, I'm going to use the trigger, so that's the button on the front. Boop, and press play.
Hi, I'm Lucy Gregg. I'm the Clinical Director and Speech and Language Therapist at the University of Canterbury Rose Centre for Stroke Recovery.
So there we could just hear Lucy talking a little bit. I'm not sure if you could hear that as well. But you can do everything you can, like normally can with a video player, so you can just skip ahead to the end of the video. If you hit stop, it brings you back to the beginning. Play. The other thing you might have noticed is you can actually, if you hold down the trigger, you can actually drag this around in space. You let it go, you can put it back up. So I'll hit next. I shifted a bit too far into the wall. And here is the digital double of the lab space itself, which is kind of neat. Say hi to Lucy. Hi, Lucy, over there. You're actually looking at me. There are multiple ways to look and move around in the scene. So here's a little bit of description. You can simply look around by turning your head, like we're doing right now. Remember that you can reset your direction by holding the menu button. That's the menu I was telling you. I wasn't going to tell you about it, but that's this button, the button with the circle on it if you're using a Pico headset. So it resets whatever position is in front of you, depending on where you're looking at. To move, squeeze the controller and point to the ground. So this is this famous squeeze button. You can point to the ground and hop, you teleport to where you are. This is kind of cool. You can fly places without actually any effort. You can even go through the walls. Hello. Hi, Lucy. Right, so that's the teleport button, and again, trigger to look at the next page. And then, great, you've completed this exercise. That's all you need to do here. When you exit this page, you will see that this exercise is now marked as completed. In this case, you completed this exercise by going through every step until the end. Note that for future exercises, there are other ways to achieve completion. You can exit this exercise and return to the introduction section. So now I'll hit exit VR. And you can close this exercise tab, and you come back to this page here. And again, here, if we wanted to check for completion, you can go back here and you can see grade 1 for attempt 1, 100%. Grade reported, 100%. So there, well done. You've finished the first exercise, and I'm pretty sure we've achieved our learning outcomes for this first exercise. All you do then is just go on, or you use this side menu here, and just go on to the next section and keep on working through the exercises. There, I hope this helps. I can't think of anything else I needed to say off the top of my head. I'll just put this down. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the exercise and learn heaps about the row center and VFFS method. Cheers. Namihi.